Okay, I welcome you to this my class. This is my first class for second language English students. Now in this class we are going to discuss a lesson called a hero, and it was written by R.K. Narayan. Now the lesson starts when the father and the son were sitting in a hall, and the father was busy in reading a newspaper, and Swami was sitting opposite to his father, looking at him. Okay, for Swami, events took an unexpected turn. It is an unexpected turn. The father looked over the newspaper he was reading. The father looked over the newspaper he was reading. The father was busy in reading a newspaper, and he looked over the newspaper under the hall lamp. He was sitting under the hall lamp and said, what did he say? Swami, listen to this. Swami, please listen to this piece of news. Okay, what was that piece of news? News has been received about the bravery of a village lad. Bravery means the valor of a village lad. Okay, who while returning home, he was coming back to his home. That brave boy was coming back to his home by the jungle path. He is coming from a jungle path. Okay, came face to face with a tiger. Suddenly, the boy came face to face with a tiger. He was just standing opposite to the tiger. The paragraph described the fight the boy had with the tiger, and the paragraph in detail explained about how he faced the tiger and his flight up the tree. Then he climbed a tree, nearby tree, where he stayed half a day. Then the boy stayed on the tree for half a day till some people came that way and killed the tiger. And some people who were coming on that way noticed that the boy was sitting on the tree. Okay, they killed the tiger. In this manner, the news has been reported that it tells about the bravery of the boy. It tells about the bravery and the courage that the boy had. Okay, after reading it through, after reading from the beginning to the end, the father looked at Swami fixedly. Now Swami fixedly looked at his father and asked, what do you say to that? Okay, what do you say about that story? Swami said, I think he must have been very strong. When father asked that, what do you say about that story? Then Swami said that, I think that he must have been a very strong and grown up person. And Swami said that the boy must have been a very strong and grown up person. That's why he fought with a tiger, not a boy at all. I don't agree that he is a boy. How could a boy fight a tiger? It is very impossible. It is highly impossible that a boy can't able to fight a tiger. Okay, is it possible that a boy can fight a tiger? It is impossible. In case I think he might have been a strong and grown up person, and he fought against a tiger. Okay, you think you are wiser than the newspaper? Then father asked a question. You think you are wise, you are sagacious than the paper? Father sneered. A man may have the strength of an elephant. The father said that in some cases the man have the strength of an elephant. Okay, yet be a coward. Yet he was called as coward. Okay, whereas another man have a strength of the straw. He might have the strength a very minimum strength. But if he had courage, got any courage, he can do anything. The father said that courage is everything. Strength and age are not important. The father said that courage is very important. The strength and age doesn't matter. Okay, if you want to become a courageous man, okay, if you are a courageous man, then you can face any situation. What is not important? The strength is not important. What is more important? Courage is more important. The father argued with the son, that is Swami. Swami disputed the theory. Swami started going against this theory. How can it be, father? I don't agree. How can it be, father? Suppose I have all the courage, what could I do if a tiger should attack me? I have also courage, but what I should do if a tiger should attack me? If tiger comes and attack me, I don't have strength to fight against the tiger. I have a courage, but I don't have a strength. The Swami argued. Leave alone the strength. Okay, you leave alone the strength. Can you prove you have a courage? Okay, now Swami, you prove that you have a courage. Let me see if you can sleep alone tonight in my office room. Okay, I will throw a challenge. Okay, accept it and go and sleep tonight in my office room. A frightful proposition, and this is a frightful proposition for Swami. Okay, Swami thought, He had always slept beside his granny in the passage. Usually he slept beyond, okay, he slept beside the granny in the passage, and any change in this arrangement kept him trembling. Okay, if there is any changes in those things made him tremble or shake. Okay, and he awake all night. Okay, he was not able to sleep. Okay, he is sleepless if he don't sleep beside the granny. If he doesn't sleep beside the granny, he hoped at first that father was only joking. At the beginning he thought that the father was only joking. Okay, he is making fun. He mumbled weakly, he spoke meekly. Okay, yes, try to change the subject, and then he tried to change the subject. He said very loudly and with a great deal of enthusiasm. Okay, then he said zealously, we are going to admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter. He tried to change the topic from the courage to cricket. Okay, he said that even we will admit even elders in our cricket team. We are buying brand new bats and balls. He said that they are buying new bats and balls. Our captain has asked me to tell you, and our captain has asked me to tell that they are going to buy new bats and balls. Well, see about that later. The father said that we will discuss about that later. Father cut in. Father intervened. You must sleep alone hereafter. Okay, leave about don't speak about the ball and bats. Listen, you must sleep alone hereafter. Hereafter you should sleep alone in the room. Swami realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. Now Swami started realizing that the matter is not within his uh, ambit. From a challenge, it had become a command. Starting, it was a challenge. Now the father is commanding. He knew that his father tenacity at such a moment. His father was very tenacious. He know that his father was very tenacious, and he is not going to accept. Okay, the father at the beginning throwed an challenge, but now that challenge had become a command. Okay, become from the first of the next month. Okay, you will sleep first of the next month. I will sleep alone, father. Okay, from the next month I will sleep alone, father. Swami said, no, you must do it now. Okay, no, 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 you must sleep from this day. It is disgraceful sleeping beside granny mother like a baby. Okay, you don't sleep beside mother and granny like a baby. You are in the second form, you are in the second standard. I don't like the way you are being brought up. Okay, I don't agree with your mother. The way they are bringing you up doesn't suit you, he said, and looked at his wife who was rocking the cradle. Her mother was busy in rocking the cradle. Why do you look at me while you say it? Okay, the mother asked, why do you look at me while you say it? While you are scolding your son, why are you looking at me? Her mother asked. She asked, I hardly know anything about the boy. The mother said that I don't know anything about that boy. No, no, I don't mean you, said father. No, no, I am not referring to you, said the father. The father said that he is not referring to the mother. If you mean your mother is spoiling him, if you say that the mother is spoiling the career of a child, tell her so. Don't look at me, she said and turned away. She said and turned away. Okay, and now the accusation went to her granny. Okay. Swami's father sat gloomily gazing at the newspaper on his lap. Okay. Then Swami's father started looking at the newspaper on his lap. Swami rose silently and tiptoed in his bed in the passage. When father was busy in reading the newspaper, then Swami silently, without making noise, okay, otherwise the father will be perturbed, he went to the passage. Granny was sitting up in her bed. The granny was sitting in her bed and she was ready to sleep. Remarked, boy, are you already feeling sleepy? Suddenly the granny asked, boy, Swami, are you feeling sleepy? Don't you want to hear a story? Now I will tell you a story. Will you not listen to that? Swami made wild gesticulation to silence his granny. He made all the gesticulations to make his granny silent. But that good lady saw nothing. So Swami threw himself on his bed and pulled the blanket over his face. Then the Swami slept on the bed and he pulled the blanket over. Granny said, don't cover your face. The grandmother said that, Swami, please don't cover your face. Are you really very sleepy? Is it really you are feeling sleepy? Swami leaned over and whispered, please, please, shut up, Granny, don't talk to me. And Swami started pleading the granny that don't talk to me and don't let anyone call me even if the house is on fire. If I don't sleep at once, perhaps I shall die. Okay, if I don't sleep, I will die. He turned over and curled and snored under the blanket till he found his blanket pulled away. Okay, now he curled up and he slept. Okay, until his blanket was pulled away. Presently, his father came and stood over him, and the father came and stood right on Swami. Okay, Swami, get up, he said. He looked like an apparition in semi-darkness of passage. Swami felt that some evil had come from a semi-dark room, which was lit by a cone of light. There is only cone of light from the hall. Swami stirred and groaned as if in sleep. Okay, Swami started pretending that he was in sleep and he groaned. Father said, "Get up, Swami." Granny pleaded. Granny requested, "Why do you disturb him? Why are you disturbing the boy?" The granny said to Swami's father. "Get up, Swami," said father for the third time, and Swami got up. And after the third time, okay, the Swami got up. Father rolled up his bed and took it under his arm and said, the father rolled up the bed of Swami and took it under his arm and said, "Come with me." He asked Swami to come with him. Swami looked at Granny hesitatingly for a moment and followed his father into the office room. Next, without any option, Swami followed his father and they went to office room. On the way, he threw a look of appeal at his mother. On the way, he had thrown a request to her mother to intervene. But she said, "Why do you take him to the office room? He can sleep in the hall, I think." The mother said that, "Why are you taking him to the office room? Let him sleep in the hall." "I don't think so," father said, and Swami slunk behind him with a bowed head. Now Swami was following his father with a bowed head. Okay, "Let me sleep in the hall, father." He requested father to let him sleep in the hall. "Your office room is very dusty," he said that your office room is very dusty and there may be scorpions behind your law books. I am sure that there will be scorpions behind your law books. "There are no scorpions, little fellow." The father said that, "No, no, there are no scorpions, little fellow. Swami, sleep on the bench if you like. If you are frightened by the propositions of scorpions, why don't you sleep on the bench? Can I have a lamp burning in the room?" Then he asked his father to permit him to have a lamp burning in his room. "No, you must learn not to be afraid of darkness." The father said that you should not be afraid of the darkness. It is only a question of habit. Okay, once you develop a habit, you must cultivate good habits. Now onwards, you should develop a good habits. Will you at least leave the door open? All right, but promise you don't roll up your bed and go to your granny's side at night. Okay, now you should promise me that you should not roll up your bed and go back to your granny. If you do it, I will make you laughing stock of your school. Okay, if you roll your bed and go back to your granny, then I will make you the laughing stock of your school. Swami felt cut off from the humanity. Now Swami feeling that as if he was cut from humanity. Okay, he was pained and angry. He was very angry and he was grieved. He did not like the strain of cruelty he saw in his father's nature. He saw the strains, the hints of cruelty in the face of his father. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger's story. Now he, in his heart, started hating the printed news. Okay, he wished that the tiger had not spared the boy, and he wished that the tiger should have eaten that boy, uh, who didn't appear to be a boy after all, but a monster. He said that the boy who fought with the tiger is not at all a boy, but he is a monster. Okay. As night advanced, the silence in the house deepened. Okay, he went to the office room and started to steady himself there. As the night went, okay, there was a total silence. His heart beat faster. Now his heart started beating very fast. He remembered all the stories of devils and the ghost he had heard in his life. Okay, now he started recalling the stories of devils and the ghost that he had heard when he was a child. He often, his chum Mani had been in the devil in the banyan tree. Okay, he heard the story of Mani who said that in banyan tree there is a devil, okay, and about the poor Muniswami's father who spat out the blood, okay, and he also recalled the story of Muniswami's father who used to spat the blood. The devil near the river said slapped his cheek. He learned from the Muniswami's son that his father had been slapped by a devil, and he started splitting the blood, okay, cheek when he was retiring home late one night, and so on, and his thoughts continued. He was faint with fear. Now he was started shaking with fear, as he felt as if he is going to be unconscious. The ray of light from the street lamp strayed in, okay, then the light from the street lamp started falling, coming into the room, and the cat shadows on the wall. Now he started seeing the shadows on the wall. Through the stillness, all the kindness of noises reached his ears. Now different types of sounds are started reaching his ears: ticking of the clock, the rustle of trees, and snoring sounds, and some vague night insects humming. These are the different sounds that Swami heard. He heard the sound of clock, then the rustle of trees, then snoring sounds, and then the insects humming. He covered himself so completely that he could hardly breathe. Now he covered his blanket completely. Every moment he expected the devils to come up and carry him away, and he was expecting the devil to come into the office room and carry him away. There was an instance of his old friend in the fourth class who suddenly disappeared and was said to have been carried off by the ghost to Siam or Nepal. And he knew the instance where one of his friend was have been carried by the ghost to Siam and Nepal. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench. Now he started spreading his bed under the bench and crouched there and he crawled there. It seemed to be much safer place and more compact and reassuring. He felt that the place was very safe. He shut his eyes tightly, then he closed his eyes tightly and encased himself in his blanket once again. Okay, he completely covered himself. Unknown to him, fell asleep. Then he fell asleep. Sleep was racked with nightmares. Okay, in sleep also he is seeing nightmares. A tiger was chasing him. In the nightmare, the tiger was chasing him, and his feet struck to the ground, and his feet were tightly struck into the ground. He desperately tried to escape. He desperately trying to escape from the tiger, but his feet would not move. The tiger was at his back. Now tiger came nearer him. Okay, near to him. He could hear its claws scratching the ground. Now the tiger is scratching the ground. Scratch, scratch. Then a loud thud. Then suddenly he heard a loud sound. Swami tried to open his eyes. Swami then tried to open his eyes, but his eyelids could not open. The nightmare continued. It threatened to continue forever. Swami groaned in despair. Okay, the nightmare started continuing further. With a desperate efforts, he opened his eyes. Then, with an attempt, he opened his eyes. He put his hand out to feel his granny's presence. Now, he put his hands out of the blanket and tried to feel granny's presence at the side as his habit, but he only touched the wooden legs of the bench. But there are only wooden legs of the bench, and his lonely state came back to him. He sweated with fright. Okay, now he started perspiration with fright. Now what was this rustle? Now he heard a sound. He moved to the edges of bench and stared into darkness. Now he started looking into the darkness. Something was moving down. He saw that something is moving down. He lay gazing at it in horror. Okay, out of terror he gazed at the image. His end had come. He realized that devil would presently pull him out and tear him. He thought that the devil had come to his house. He entered the office room, and now it is going to pull him and tear him down. So why would he wait? As it came nearer and crawled out from the under the bench. Okay, now he started coming out of the bench, hugged it with all his might. Okay, with all his strength he hugged that apparition. Okay, then used his teeth on it like a mortal weapon. Now he started biting that devil. Ayyo, something has bitten me. Ayyo, something has bitten me. Somebody cried that something had bitten me. Went forth an agonized thundering cry. Okay, it is a painful cry, and followed by a heavy tumbling and falling amidst the furniture. And now somebody is tumbling and falling amidst the furniture. In a moment, father, cook, and a servant came in and carrying the light. Then the father, cook, and servant came running into the office room. All three of them fell on the burglar. Okay, actually, the burglar entered the office room, and all the three, father, cook, and servant, jumped upon him. Okay, and furniture with a bleeding ankle. He has got a bleeding ankle. Congratulations were showered on Swami next day. Okay, next day when he went to the school, all the teachers and students showered congratulations on him. His classmates looked at him with a respect. Now his friends started looking at him with respect, and his teacher patted his back. Okay, now all of them are appreciating. The headmaster said that he was a true scout and he is very beneficial to public. Swami had bitten into the flesh of one of the most notorious housebreaker. Now they learned that now Swami had beaten into the flesh of a housebreaker, of the notorious housebreaker. Okay, very infamous housebreaker of the district, and the police were grateful to him for it. Okay, now all the police department is very indebted to Swami. The inspector said, "Why don't you join police when you are grown up?" The inspector said that when you become when you are grown up, please join the police department. The inspector suggested. Swami said, "For the sake of politeness, certainly yes." He said, "Certainly yes." Though he had quite made up his mind, he decided his mind to be an engine driver, a railway guard, a bus conductor later in the life. He wanted to become an engine driver or a railway guard or even a bus conductor. But he don't want to become a inspector. Okay, when he returned home from the club that night, the father asked, "Where is the boy?" After returning from the club, the father asked, "Where is the boy?" Then he heard that he had been asleep. Okay, already he didn't have a wink of sleep the whole night, said his mother. Last night he didn't have only he didn't slept. Okay, he couldn't slept properly. That's why he went to bed now. Where is he sleeping now? Father asked. Where is he? In his usual place. Our mother said that he is usual place. The usual place was beside granny. Okay, mother said casually. He went to the bed at 7:30. Sleeping beside his granny again. Father said, now you are sleeping beside your granny. No wonder he wanted to be asleep before I could return home. Somehow the boy wanted to be asleep before I come back to home. Clever boy, said father. Mother lost her temper. The mother lost her patience. You let him sleep where he likes. Now let the boy sleep where he likes. You don't need to risk his life again. Don't put Swami's life into trouble or danger. Father mumbled as he went into the change. Okay, all right, molly, coddly, and spoil him as much as you like. Okay, now you spoil the boy, he said. Only don't blame me afterwards. But you don't blame me afterwards. Don't accuse me afterwards. Swami following the whole conversation from under the blanket. The Swami was not asleep. He was awake and he was listening to the whole conversation from under the blanket. Felt tremendously relieved to hear that his father was giving him up, and is finally relieved that his father was now giving the chase. Okay, now this is the brief summary of the first lesson in English.